Next, we will continue to explain about Jacob and Laban. We remember Jacob working for Rachel for 7 years. Afterwards, I worked for Leah for 7 years. 14 years have already passed in total. How old was Jacob at this time? At this point in 14 years, Jacob was already. He's 77 years old. Plus 10 years, he's 87. 87 is already 91 years old. At the age of 91, Jacob was already 91 years old. He works for 2 wives, and was already 91 years old when he finished. At this moment, Jacob wants to go back to his father. Father Isaac went to his house. He wants to go back. But Laban tried to keep him. Because Laban saw, due to Jacob working for Laban, there are very, very many cows and sheep in Laban's house. What happened before Jacob came 14 years ago? There are very few sheep in Laban's house. That is to say, the small flock of sheep grazed by Rachel. Maybe only about 20 to 30 or so. But now Jacob, more than 10 years later, Jacob grazed the cattle and sheep for the Laban family. Probably thousands or many, many cows and sheep. It's too much. So Laban knew. Originally, God was because of Jacob. And bless Laban. At this moment, Jacob already has 11 sons and 1 daughter. He also had 2 wives and 2 concubines. Maybe he already has some servants at home. But Jacob wants his father back. Isaac's house. But Laban tried to persuade him. I learned from divination that the Lord has blessed me because of you. Please tell me, what should I do for you to continue working for me? Because Laban understands that he cannot continue to. No more daughters can be given to Jacob. It seems that Yage doesn't plan on having any more daughters. He only needs 2 maids, Rachel and Leah, and already have 11 sons. Laban doesn't know how to keep Jacob. Let Jacob continue to work. So Jacob said, I don't want any wages anymore, but I'm already of this age. When should I establish a family business for myself again? I don't have any industry. So Laban said, what do you want for the job price? Jacob said, before I arrived you have very few cows and sheep. Now I'm here. After working for you have so many cows and sheep. So what? If you continue to agree with me, I am willing to continue working for you based on this requirement. Laban said, what are the requirements? Jacob said, I don't want any wages. What about the lambs under the body of ordinary sheep? They are all white. The black sheep with spotted colors. Very, very few. It's just that I invite you. What about the newborn sheep? If it's white, it belongs to you. Returning to uncle. But if it gives birth to a spotted color, the black ones with spots belong to me. Laban thought to himself, sheep-born baby. Among the 10 cubs, at most, there is 1 child. Black or spotted color. It's even possible that only 1 out of 100 could have such a color. So what? Laban thought to himself. In that case, okay, then you can continue working for me. So what? Jacob continued to work for Laban. But what's amazing is, Jacob. What about Jacob? After working for Laban, I didn't expect the sheep that were born before. There are very few black ones. There are also very few speckled colors. But ever since he said, the sheep with black speckles and speckles are Jacob's, I didn't expect that since I said this sentence. Almost most of the sheep, any fat sheep, the child born, where are the newborn lambs? All of them are spotted in color, with spots on it. At this moment, Laban felt very jealous of Jacob. I want that cross to change Jacob's wages. But Laban said, if there are some sheep, the spotted sheep are yours. So unexpectedly, all the sheep born are also spotted. If Laban says, the spotted sheep are yours, everything born is spotted. If Laban says, then change the labor price. Start over. There is black. The black sheep are yours. I didn't expect all the sheep. The rest are all black. That's it. Jacob is at Laban's house. Took all of Laban's property from his home. Jacob is richer than Laban. A worker is actually richer than the boss. Originally, the salaried workers only earned a little bit of a month's salary, but I didn't expect it. Jacob, who works part-time, surprisingly richer than Laban. I've taken all the cows and sheep from Laban's house. And as Jacob became increasingly wealthy, what happened? He exchanged cows and sheep for many servants. There were also many servants who helped Jacob herd Jacob's flock of sheep. At this time, Jacob not only grazed Laban's sheep, I didn't expect it. He also has his own flock of sheep. Their own flock is constantly reproducing, continuously reproducing. More sheep are obtained. That's how Jacob stayed at Laban's house, becoming a wealthy household. At this time, Jacob had many children. I didn't expect there to be many flocks of sheep as well. There are also many servants. May glory be to the Heavenly Father and the Lord.